Hello, everybody, and welcome in to this afternoon's broadcast. March Madness rolls on. It's day 6 of the tournament and the final day of the second round from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a battle between the 7-seed Ohio State and the 2-seed Villanova in the South region. The winner of this game will take on, we know for certain, the winner, or rather Michigan, as Michigan beat Tennessee yesterday. So Michigan awaiting the winner of this one, and the winner of this game will head to San Antonio for that Sweet 16 encounter with the Michigan Wolverines. And this certainly has the potential to be an entertaining game, another close game. We've already had so many in this NCAA men's basketball tournament. And even though Villanova is the favorite, Ohio State certainly pride themselves on their impressive defense. We saw that on display in the opening round against Loyola Chicago. Meanwhile, Villanova took down the University of Delaware in their opening round game. Chris Holtmann in his 5th season as Ohio State head coach. He's had 20-plus wins in all 5 seasons in charge. Jay Wright leads Villanova, meanwhile. Starting lineups first for the Buckeyes: Wheeler, Branham, Brown, Young, and Liddell. For Villanova, it's Gillespie, Moore, Slater, Samuels, and Dixon. Fun fact, Jermaine Samuels on Villanova is from my hometown of Franklin, Massachusetts. Unfortunately, he didn't attend my high school, Franklin High School. He went to a private school, the River School, but still pretty cool how a starter for Villanova is from my hometown of Franklin, Massachusetts. That's besides the point, though. We're ready for tip-off from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just about a half hour ago, Houston defeated Illinois on this court to move on to the Sweet 16, and now both of these teams vying for a spot in the Sweet 16. It'll be the 10th ticket out of 16 punched to the next round as we are underway. Second game of day 2 in round 2. It's Ohio State who win the opening tip-off. They are in red, Villanova in white, and an early jumper off the mark as Malachi Branham tried to get the opening points of the game to no avail. Here's a three-pointer from the right wing, and it's good. Rattled home for Jermaine Samuels, the Franklin, Massachusetts native. It's the 8th straight season for Villanova playing in at least the second round. Villanova from the Big East, Ohio State from the Big Ten. The Buckeyes seeking their first Sweet 16 appearance since 2013. And yeah, they held Loyola Chicago to just a 26% shooting, the lowest percentage in an NCAA tournament game since 1950. With it for Villanova is Brandon Slater. Slater over to his left hand, passes to the corner. Samuels, another three, no. And the rebound collected by Jamari Wheeler. Ohio State looking for an upset bid in this one. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Great to see you, Jeffrey. Oh, that's stripped away. What a great steal by Slater. Now Villanova in transition. Slater puts it up. No good. And it's a clean block by the Buckeyes. There is that phenomenal defense from Ohio State. They've already forced 2 turnovers. With it now is E.J. Liddell, one of the star players for the Buckeyes. Liddell, top of the key, launches from deep. It's good. And the score is tied at 3. Liddell and Branham, the 2 guys that Villanova will need to keep close tabs on throughout the afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Jeffrey. Good afternoon to you, man. What's good, Travis? Travis is in the house. Great to see you, as always, my man. And some action down low, and Eric Dixon forcing his way to the cup and finishing for 2. He had 12 points in the opening round against Delaware 2 days ago, 6 rebounds as well. What's up, John? Welcome into the stream. We've already got a decent crowd in here. Appreciate the support as a 3-pointer's on the way. Wheeler can't hit. Offensive rebound. Wheeler with it again off the pass by Brown. Kyle Young to the left wing. Wheeler has his pass tipped, but he gets it back. Kicks to the right wing. 3-pointer in and out, but another offensive rebound by the Buckeyes. That shot won't go, and it's great defense by the Wildcats this time. Both teams impressing at either end defensively. 5-3 Villanova leads about 3 minutes in. What's up, Daniel? Welcome in. Do I think Gonzaga should have lost? I mean, no, they deserve to win. They had a good second half comeback, but yeah, that was a close game, John. I thought Memphis was going to pull it out early on in the second half, as that's thrown away by Villanova. An errant pass in the third turnover already by the 2 seed in the South region. No, it's I wouldn't say they deserved to lose. They had a good comeback. Got to give them credit. But hey, credit to Memphis. They put up a heck of a fight and almost pulled off the upset. Jeffrey's rooting for Ohio State. All right. What's that certificate behind me? Yeah, some people have asked me that before. That certificate was actually back in 2019, where I used to do streams on a website called Sportscaster. I was a marketing intern for them at one point, and this certificate was given to me. It was a certified play-by-play camper certificate, because they were also partners with a sports broadcasting camp I went to, Travis. So they had a partnership with them, and I got a certificate basically for being the best, I guess, the best broadcaster on their website out of the people who went to that camp. So yeah, that's what that was. It's just more decoration. Not it was kind of weird when I had it empty before with just nothing on top of those soccer balls, just because my basement goes way back. So that layup's good. Converted there by Justin Moore. Yeah, no, that camp was fun. That camp was a lot of fun that I went to. Moore, by the way, had 21 points in the opening round. That corner three off the mark. Villanova in transition. Ohio State's offense a bit stagnant here in the opening 5 minutes. What's up, OG? Welcome in. Timmy was getting on your nerves. Yeah, Timmy's an interesting character, as Moore is fouled on the shot, and we hit our first media timeout. 15-17 remaining in the opening half. It's been a game dominated by defense, but we're only getting started in this one. 7-3 Villanova. Couple of free throws coming up for more after the break. So stick around. More action coming. It's game 2 of 8 on the docket here in second round action of March Madness. I'll be back after this. And welcome back in, everybody. What do I think of Hampus Lindholm, Daniel? Yeah, I think what I've heard and the stats I've seen on him, I think he's a pretty good pickup for the Bruins. I'm hoping the trade works out. I know he'll be a top four defenseman, so I think he's a good addition. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know a whole lot about Lindholm. I don't watch many Anaheim Ducks games over the course of the season, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I'm optimistic about it. I'm glad to see that Don Sweeney made a move, and we'll see if that move ultimately pays off. So yeah, I think it's a good move though. First impression, I think he's a good addition. Hampus Lindholm to Boston. By the way, Ohio State has missed 5 straight field goal attempts on a 3-minute scoring drought, but that can change as rejected was Eugene Brown. By the way, right before that media timeout, Moore was not fouled. It was actually knocked off his thigh, and no foul was called. So I beg your pardon on that. And now we'll have the first free throws of the game. First one is good as Eugene Brown tallies his first point of the afternoon. Misses the second, left it short, and it's knocked out of bounds on the rebound by Kyle Young. So Villanova ball, leading by 3. We've played just under 5 minutes in Pittsburgh at PPG Paints Arena. This is the last of 6 games over the last 3 days to be played here in Pittsburgh. Hosted 4 games on Friday, 2 today, and fouled on that fadeaway was Colin Gillespie. Gillespie, the leader of this Villanova team, has a ton of experience. One of the veterans on this team. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Glad to see you, Jeffrey. Hope all is well, man. I know you're probably happy after Providence got the win last night. I was happy to see that as well. I'm pulling for Providence since they're the last New England school remaining, the last New England team remaining. But now they got to play Kansas, so that should be interesting. That should be a good game. I hope so anyways. Gillespie knocks down both free throws. Villanova up by 5. He was the Big East Player of the Year for the second straight season. Villanova won the Big East tournament, defeating Creighton in the conference championship. Here is Young for Ohio State. Young to Michi Johnson. Shot clock at 4. Johnson has it knocked away, recovers, has to put it up from way downtown, and connects. Johnson from well inside the March Madness logo hits the triple as the shot clock expires. And now it looks like Villanova, no timeout called. The referees are actually going to take a look at it to see if he got it off in time. And he did. No doubt about it. Wow. I mean, that was from way out. Kind of a desperation shot with the shot clock down to 1. And that will count. So it's confirmed. Ohio State went just 1 of 15 from 3-point range in the first round game against Loyola Chicago. They're already 2 of 4 tonight. So less than 6 minutes into this game, they already have more 3-pointers than they did in that entire game against Loyola Chicago. A real scrappy game. Neither team played well as Gillespie knocks down the triple. What a response there from Colin Gillespie. Villanova up 12-7. Yep. Yeah, Ohio State will need to shoot better from beyond the arc if they want to come away with the win. That goes without saying, and this will be a foul going out. The shot was missed by Liddell, and then on the rebound, it appeared as though Kalen Etzler committed the foul. Well, whenever you're going up against Villanova, you always have to guard Colin Gillespie tightly, or else it could cause you some trouble. Here is Justin Moore. Gillespie, 153 career games played, the most in Villanova history. Here he is on the left wing. Gillespie, step back shot, no good. The deep two from the baseline wouldn't fall, and Ohio State has the rebound. Here is Aarons. Young will swing it to the left wing with Branham. Branham picks up the dribble, a great read, and a steal by Gillespie. He's all alone in transition and lays it in for an easy 2 points. 14-7, Villanova in front, and Gillespie has half of Villanova's points. It's their largest lead of the game. Just over 7 minutes played. Here is Branham for the Buckeyes. Branham over to Johnson. Johnson hit that long-range three last time out. He finds Young. That three is short. Rebound by the Wildcats. Caleb Daniels has it. And Gillespie will set up the offense. How was the show I went to last night? Yeah, it was pretty good, Jeffrey. Yeah, it was decent as Gillespie hits yet another three. And he has 10 points already. Villanova takes a 17-7 lead with 12:21 to play in the first half. My, oh my, you can't let Gillespie get open from three-point range, and that's what Ohio State has been doing. I'll be back after the timeout. Nova by 10. And welcome back in, everybody. It's a 10-point advantage for Villanova. They've come out firing, especially Colin Gillespie, a strong start. We've played just under 8 minutes, and Ohio State forced to call a timeout. Head coach Chris Holtman making sure his team regroups here, and Villanova on an 8-0 run over the last minute 47. The offense has really started to click. Villanova, at the last media timeout, about 3 minutes ago, only had 7 points. Colin Gillespie scoring 3 more points than the Ohio State team so far. 10 for Gillespie, 7 for the Buckeyes. And he scored the team's last 10 points. That is incredible. Gillespie now on the bench to get a breather. He'll be back soon, one can expect. Here's Young for Ohio State. Young, tough shot. No, but the follow-in is good. Nice job by Young collecting his own rebound. And a much-needed basket for Ohio State. And now the official stops play as it looks like there is some type of issue with the shot clock. And so, with those shot clock difficulties, they'll try to sort it out, and we will take a media timeout. 11:58 remaining in the opening half, 17-9, Villanova leads. Back in a moment. All right, welcome back in, everybody, as we return from the timeout. And I don't know if the shot clock issues have been resolved, although it appears everything is under control. The referee gives a thumbs up, and it looks like we're ready to resume play. There we are, back underway here in Pittsburgh. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Villanova has scored 6 field goals on just 1 assist. A lot of points in transition for the Wildcats. Pulling up from the elbow and knocking down the jumper is Caleb Daniels. 19-9. Nova's offense is not showing any signs of slowing down. With it now for Ohio State is Aarons. He'll find Branham. Now Young into the hands of Liddell. E.J. Liddell posting up and putting it in. A nice job by E.J. Liddell. Can he provide the spark that Ohio State needs? 5 points for him, and it's an 8-point game in favor of Villanova. Jermaine Samuels. Now a drive baseline and the layup good. Nicely done by Caleb Daniels. 21-11. Daniels has 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting. Wheeler gets it back up top to Aarons. Pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buckeyes. Still 17 on the shot clock. What's good? Ben, welcome into the broadcast. Oh, really? The St. Peter's coach was one of Old London Towers players. Wow, I had no idea. Ben. I had no idea he played in London. That's crazy. Yeah. No, St. Peter's is a remarkable story here in this tournament. They have been unreal. I mean, who would have thought a 15 seed would make the Sweet 16? Unbelievable. By the way, that last foul was called on Justin Moore. That's his second, so he checks out. Baseline jumper, no good. It's off of Villanova, so it once again remains Ohio State ball and a fresh shot clock as well. This will be inbounded from the baseline. And it goes to Branham. Branham pulls up, and it's good. 21-13. Now Ohio State looking for a stop. About midway through the opening half in Pittsburgh. The winner to the Sweet 16 where Michigan awaits. And one can only imagine the type of game Michigan-Ohio State would be. And that is a forced turnover. Nicely done by Ohio State's D. Last off of Eric Dixon. Both teams have turned the ball over 3 times. Here is Young for the Buckeyes. Now E.J. Liddell. Liddell hands it off. Kick to the corner. Young a 3. No, off the rim. Gillespie collects the rebound. Villanova leads by 8. Thanks everyone for tuning in this afternoon. Daniels passes it off. Gillespie's 3 won't go. Defensive rebound, and now the Buckeyes take it the other way. Branham to Liddell. Liddell driving inside, left it short, but a blocking foul called. The whistle against Caleb Daniels, and Liddell heads to the free throw line. There haven't been many free throws so far. Yep, Daniels had his right foot inside the arc, so even though he was set a blocking foul, still the right decision by the official, as Daniels was in the restrictive arc. So the first free throw converted by Liddell. Yes, I did know about that. Yeah, he was voted MVP of the McDonald's All-American High School game over Kobe. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Those are good fun facts, Ben, about Shaheen Holloway. Both free throws are good. Thank you, Troy, for tuning in. Well, we'll see how it plays out. That 3 is short by Gillespie. Offensive rebound. And with it now is Jermaine Samuels, who is from my hometown of Franklin, Massachusetts. I'm going to mention that a few times throughout the stream. His brother, Jalen Samuels, is actually played at my high school. So Jermaine Samuels here on Villanova. He went to a private school, the Rivers School, but his brother Jalen played at Franklin High School, my high school, and he plays Division III college basketball for Coach Calhoun, actually, at St. Joseph's in Connecticut. Oh, that's thrown away by Young. Young off the mark to Wheeler. An errant pass and a bad turnover for the Buckeyes. Yeah, going back to that last Villanova bucket, nice ball movement to get it inside to Dixon. Here's Gillespie to the baseline. Passes outside. Now with it is Slater. Slater over to the left wing with Caleb Daniels. Daniels drives and can't finish. It bounced a couple times off the rim and out. And Ohio State takes it the other way. Catch and shoot three. In and out. Unlucky miss there for Branham, and Villanova will slow things down. Very good, Ben. Very good. No, that's very cool information, man. I did not know about that. That's a steal by the Buckeyes. Branham to the right wing, defended by Jermaine Samuels, and it's knocked loose, but a foul called. It'll go against Brandon Slater. So we've reached the under 8 media timeout. 7:31 to play in the half. It's Villanova up by 8. Ohio State trying to keep pace at this moment. I'll be back with more. It's March Madness second round. Spot in the Sweet 16 up for grabs. And welcome back in. It's Villanova up by 23-15 the score over Ohio State. Ohio State the 7 seed and Villanova the 2 seed in the South region. The winner heads to San Antonio for a date with Michigan next week. 7:31 to play in the opening half. Glad to have your company. It's already day 6 of the NCAA tournament. Hard to believe. Final day of second round action. And after tonight, only 16 teams will remain. We started with 68. And that field will be shrunk to less than a quarter of what we started with. And the Sweet 16 will be as usual Thursday and Friday. And then the Elite 8 Saturday, Sunday, and the following weekend will be the Final Four. So 21 to shoot here for Ohio State. They inbound from the baseline. And a great find down low. Liddell throws it down. A little double clutch action from E.J. Liddell. And it's a 6-point game. 9 points for Liddell on 3 of 6 shooting. What is the bigger name of these two schools? Well, historically speaking, and across like all sports, just like how popular the name of the school is, probably Ohio State. But in college basketball in particular, and over the last decade or so, Villanova is the bigger name. And they're certainly favored here. They're the better team, as Jermaine Samuels finished right there for the Wildcats, plus the foul, and one for Samuels. But yeah, Villanova in college basketball recently, the bigger name. Um, so yeah, I have them going through. I have them winning this game, but we shall see how it plays out as Ohio State moved the ball around nicely, and it's an easy 2 points at the rim for, I believe that was Eugene Brown. It was 25-19, a 6-point game. 6.5 to go in the first half. There's been so many great games in this tournament. Jermaine Samuels tries to lob it inside, but could not find his teammate. Looking for Dixon. It's another turnover by the Wildcats. 5th turnover by Villanova, but now Ohio State turning over. A great steal and a foul the other way. Arcidiacono earns a trip to the line. Yeah, a lot of turnovers in this game so far. Hasn't been the cleanest first half, but got to give credit to the two defenses as well in the same breath. Chris Arcidiacono, a junior from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. First free throw good. A reminder that the Masters just around the corner, April 9th and 10th, will be the final 2 rounds of the prestigious golf tournament in Augusta, Georgia. Both free throws converted. It's an 8-point Villanova lead. What's good, Matthew? Welcome into the broadcast. Is there any news on Dickie V? Yeah, actually, Ben. Recently, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was discharged from the hospital, and he's now able to talk again. Yeah, he had to rest his vocal cords for a while. But yeah, so he's cancer free, which is awesome. As that 3-pointer is good, top of the key, big time from Branham. And yeah, he's doing a lot better now from what I've heard, Ben. Yeah, who do I want to win, Matthew? I appreciate you tuning in, by the way. I'm pulling for Villanova, just because of the simple fact that Jermaine Samuels on Villanova is from my hometown of Franklin, Massachusetts. So I'm pulling for Villanova, as that 3 is good. Knocked down from the left wing by Caleb Daniels. 7 points here for Daniels. Oh no, I was getting to your comment, Matthew. I just answered you. Yeah, I'm pulling for Villanova. But I'm not really a fan of either of these two teams. I'm just a big fan of March Madness overall. As that 3-pointer is short, and the rebound collected by the Wildcats. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half in Pittsburgh. Daniels has 7 points, 4 rebounds. He'll launch from 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, the putback blocked, but ultimately a foul called against Liddell. So Eric Dixon will head to the free throw line. Villanova is in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Villanova is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yep. I actually have a friend who's going to be heading to Villanova in the fall, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it seems like a nice school. It's not easy to get into either, as the first free throw is no good by Dixon. 30-22, it's an 8-point advantage. Villanova had the highest free throw percentage this season in college basketball. So Dixon goes 1 for 2. It's a 9-point lead. Nova 5 of 7 from the line. Here is Brown for Ohio State. And an offensive foul called against the Buckeyes. The referee on the baseline ruled that Brown pushed off, and that is a tough call right there. Let's see the replay. Oh, no, it was an off-the-ball foul called against Branham, it appeared. They're called against Zed Key. Yeah, the foul was against Key. I beg your pardon. So that was where the foul was spotted by the official. 4:10 remaining. Villanova looking to extend the lead, and they do. A great turnaround shot by Jermaine Samuels. It's the largest lead of the day, 11-point lead for the Wildcats. Brown had his pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buckeyes after the timeout. Yeah, no, exactly, Ben, exactly. And yeah, I think you're right, Jeffrey. Dick Vitale was he was at the SEC tournament in Florida last weekend. Yep, that is. I think you're right about that. I'll be back after the break. Villanova, its largest lead of the game. They're up by 11. Back after this. All right, welcome back in. 3:49 left in the opening half of play. It's Villanova up by 11. Look at the game summary. Ohio State is shooting 8 of 21 from the field. Villanova 12 of 21 on the other hand. Points in the paint 14-8 in Villanova's favor. 6 turnovers for the Buckeyes, 5 for the Wildcats. Liddell has 9 points. Gillespie has 10. 7 of the 12 Nova field goals have come in the paint. So they've done a good job moving the ball around, getting good looks from close range rather than settling for outside shots. Here's a nice drive, floater in and out for Branham, and the rebound collected by Villanova. Yeah, it is a pretty big lead now for Villanova. Absolutely. Here is Samuels. Jermaine Samuels Couple of pump fakes, pulls up, no good. Offensive rebound, and the putback won't go for Dixon. Backing off is Branham. He'll find Wheeler. Wheeler on the left wing for Ohio State. No points in the last 3 minutes for Ohio State now. Corner three on the way. Good! A much-needed triple from Malachi Branham. 33-25. It's back to a single-digit deficit. Branham has 8 points, 2 threes. Both teams 4 of 10 from three-point range. Now Jermaine Samuels. Was there a push-off? They say no. And the basket good by Samuels. The Ohio State bench was not happy at all. They thought it was an offensive foul. Samuels has 9 points now. This is Young. Young into the paint. Hook shot. Too strong. Samuels with the rebound. Gillespie into the front court. Villanova out rebounding Ohio State 17-11. A minute 40 to go in the half. Screen set. And a defensive foul called against the Buckeyes. It is on the floor, so that is the 7th foul. It'll be 1-1 for Gillespie at the line. Coming up, the halftime report. Make sure you stick around for that. I'll get you caught up on the earlier game between Houston and Illinois. And look ahead to the great schedule we have for the rest of the day. First free throw rolls in for Gillespie. He's got 11 points. Chance to add on to that here. It's good. 37-25. All right, thanks for the update, Ben. Yeah, Liverpool is leading Nottingham Forest 1-0. All right, yeah. I was watching some of the Man City-Southampton game earlier. Saw that Man City ended up winning quite comfortably, even though it was tied at the half. So, yeah, it looks like for the most part, it's the quarterfinals have gone as expected, except maybe Palace thrashing Everton earlier. I shouldn't say I didn't see that coming. Everton is in shambles right now, aren't they? They have their own worries in the Premier League as they try to avoid relegation. But yeah, it should be an interesting semifinals as this 3 from the left wing, no good. Gillespie has it for Villanova. A 12-point advantage for the Wildcats inside the final minute of the first half. Yeah, Everton is really poor this season, no doubt about it. Dixon kicks out. Arcidiacono fakes the 3, finds Samuels in the corner, and a 3-second violation against Villanova. So they turn it over, and we'll see if Ohio State can end the first half on a positive note. Both teams with 6 turnovers. .30 seconds remaining. Here's Johnson. Johnson finds Liddell. 6 to shoot. Liddell from 3. Banks it in. Oh my, what a wild shot. But it worked out, and he wanted a 4-point play. He was claiming there was contact. The referee doesn't agree as Villanova calls a timeout. Liddell now at 12 points. 37-28 Villanova in front, a timeout on the floor. Yeah, exactly, Ben. That's the beauty of the FA Cup. That's crazy. 800 plus teams enter it. Yeah, that's wild. I'll be back after this. Stick around. All right, welcome back from the 32nd timeout. 37-28 Villanova leading by 9. 10.7 seconds remaining in the first half, and inbounding for Nova will be Justin Moore. Moore finds Gillespie. 5 seconds left. Gillespie to Samuels. In the lane to Dixon. Shot, no good. It rolls off the rim, but a foul called against Ohio State. The horn sounded, but it appeared as though the foul occurred before the clock hit 0. So the half is not done just yet. Oh, yeah, there was a push-off underneath by Eugene Brown. The referee was all over it. But then again, looking at the replay a second time through, that looked like perhaps a good acting job from Caleb Daniels. Didn't seem like there was an awful lot of contact, but that's the way the call went. Another look at the replay. Yeah, that's some over-embellishment from Daniels, in my opinion anyways. So they'll put 1.4 on the clock. And Caleb Daniels will shoot 1 and 1 at the line. He has 7 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that call, but Daniels sold it either way, and here we go, 1 and 1. He got the first. As I mentioned earlier, Villanova, the highest free throw percentage in the nation, 82.5% at the line. The NCAA record is 82.2. That was Harvard back in 1984. So as long as Villanova stay at that level for the rest of their season, however much longer it goes, they will break the NCAA record. Here's the inbounds pass to half court. Deep shot, no good. The buzzer beater off the mark by Malachi Branham, excuse me. So we've reached the half, 39-28. It's Villanova in front. Is he related to Smart? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Ben. I don't think so, but they both do pretty good acting jobs. Here is head coach Jay Wright of Villanova.
It's a 40-minute game. They're a very, very good team and very well coached. So they'll make some adjustments here. We got to be ready for that. We play good defense. We're happy with that. They'll get some things going, and we're going to have to see what they got for the second half.
We've seen from Liddell and from Branham these glimpses, and I know you worry about those players that can go off. What do you need to do to keep that contained in the second half?
Well, we know they're going to go to them because they're great players, and they'll get it going. So we got to see what they're doing when they go to them. So far, we did a good job, but we're going to have to be ready to adjust in the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, those are the thoughts of head coach Jay Wright of Villanova. Pleased so far, but he reiterated multiple times the job isn't done quite yet. It'll require a full 40-minute performance. That's pretty cool, Jeffrey. You share the same birthday as Alex Verdugo. How about that? 39-28. It's Villanova leading Ohio State at the half. We've played 20 minutes, still 20 minutes to go from Pittsburgh. The winner to the Sweet 16, back with the halftime report next. Stick around. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the halftime report. It's 39-28 Villanova leading Ohio State, and Villanova's offense looking solid so far, especially considering they're going up against pretty good defense in the Ohio State Buckeyes. They have an 11-point lead at the half to Villanova, and yeah, I thought it was a good opening 20 minutes from the Wildcats. It's a question of whether they can keep it up and whether they can contain the two-star players for Ohio State, Branham and Liddell. So that remains to be seen, but I think if Villanova keep this up, they'll have no issue getting the job done. And Colin Gillespie really provided a big spark about 5 minutes into that first half when it was still somewhat of a close game. He really got going on offense, hit some big shots, forced a turnover, and that's also been a key for Villanova, forcing Ohio State into turning the ball over, and that's been a key, points in transition for the Wildcats, and I've been impressed by how they've been able to move the ball around quickly, get some good looks inside the paint. They haven't really been forced to settle for three-point shots from long range, so that's a good sign for Villanova. Ohio State hasn't been bad. I said their three-point shooting would need to be better. It has been. They're 5 of 12 from three-point range, which is solid, especially considering they went 1 for 15 in the last round against Loyola Chicago. But I still think they can do a little bit better playing unselfishly and getting some looks from closer range. You know, I'd like to see Liddell and Branham get some better looks from mid-range, because when they get into their sweet spot, they can really get the momentum on Ohio State's side. Neither of them have really been able to get into a rhythm, though. We've seen some glimpses, but no true momentum for Ohio State, led by those star players of Malachi Branham and E.J. Liddell. So we've seen some sparks at times, but not enough from the Buckeyes, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Nova going inside does make a lot of sense, Ben, and that's what they've been doing a good job. That's what they've been doing a good job of, and even if they haven't been able to score all their shots from close range, they have been drawing fouls, and earning trips to the line. They got into the bonus late in the half, which definitely helped them out. Well, earlier in the day, at this very venue, PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it was Houston battling Illinois, and this was a close game for a while. It wasn't until about 6 minutes left in the second half when Houston started to pull away, and in the end, they get the job done. 68-53, they knock off Illinois. Houston, the 5 seed, Illinois, the 4 seed. Another disappointing NCAA tournament for the Illinois Fighting Illini. For the Houston Cougars, they're heading back to the Sweet 16, just like last year. Boy, is their defense one of the best in the nation. They will head down to San Antonio, Texas, not too far away from their home, and await the winner of Arizona and TCU, which will take place later on tonight. Yeah, exactly. There are some similarities between the Celtics and Villanova. And how about the celebrations after the game from the Houston Cougars? Coach Kelvin Sampson taking off his shirt, having a grand old celebration in the locker room, and his players absolutely loving it and having a laugh over it. Gotta love it from Coach Sampson. And yeah, this Houston team is no joke. Assuming Arizona beats TCU tonight, that Houston-Arizona game is going to be a real good one. And even though I expect Arizona to win over Houston, once again, assuming that those two meet in the Sweet 16, I still think Houston can make it a real interesting game, and that would be an intriguing matchup because, once again, the defense of the Houston Cougars is no joke, and they've proven that so far in this tournament. They've proven it over the course of the season, quite frankly. So I am really excited for that potential Sweet 16 matchup between Houston and Arizona. Arizona would be the favorites, but still, an upset could be possible. This Houston team has the potential to make a deep run and perhaps make it to the Final Four, but we shall see how it plays out. They'll be heading close to home, San Antonio, Texas. And off they go to the second weekend of the tournament. Hats off to them. And yeah, for Illinois, it's same old story for them, unfortunately. It was another good regular season in the Big Ten, but once tournament time rolls around, Illinois tends to struggle. It's another second round exit for the Fighting Illini. Well, what a great start to the tournament it's been. The first weekend has not disappointed in the slightest. Second weekend just around the corner. The Zags still the favorites? I suppose so, Ben. I have Arizona winning the tournament. I have Arizona beating Gonzaga in the final. But yeah, I mean, Gonzaga just barely scraped by Memphis yesterday. They almost got upset last night, so I'm a bit skeptical of Gonzaga. But yeah, I would say that they're probably still the favorite. But we shall see how it all plays out. The second weekend should be fun, starting on Thursday. I'll be back for more on the halftime reports. Stick around. Welcome back to the halftime report. A loaded schedule later on today in March Madness, and Mike Krzyzewski entering the arena at Greenville, South Carolina. His Duke Blue Devils will be taking on the Michigan State Spartans, led by, of course, another legendary head coach, Tom Izzo. Mike Krzyzewski arriving to the arena moments ago at 3:22 Eastern Time. That will be one epic matchup. Of course, the final matchup between Coach K and Coach Izzo, two legends in the coaching realms of college basketball. That should be a whole lot of fun. Mike Krzyzewski, 98 tournament wins. Tom Izzo, 53. Mike Krzyzewski, 12 Final Fours. Tom Izzo, 8 Final Fours, 5 national titles for Coach K, 1 for Tom Izzo. 12 wins in 15 meetings for Coach K against Tom Izzo. So he has dominated that matchup, and they'll meet for the one last time, the 16th meeting between those two legendary coaches. That game will tip off at 5:15 Eastern Time. Will definitely be a fun one. Duke should win it, but Michigan State, you never know, could pull off a surprise. We shall see. Yeah. I think those are fair points, Ben. And, Gonzaga, they had a fair amount of close games in the regular season, but they are in, a weaker conference, it has to be said. So they don't, in fact, it's a fact, that they don't play as many close games as as some of the other top teams in the country do. And maybe that plays against them, because once you are in the NCAA tournament, it's a whole different story where you have where you're involved in a lot of close games. It's a rarity that you aren't in a close game in the tournament. So yeah, it is an interesting note, Ben. And yeah, two brilliant coaches, no doubt about it. Mike Krzyzewski and Tom Izzo. I'm really looking forward to that matchup, because when Michigan State beat Davidson the other night, that was the first thing that came to mind. Those two coaches will meet for one final time. Of course, Coach K is retiring at the end of the season. This is his last go with Duke before he hangs them up. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Why did BYU move conferences? I am not sure, to be honest with you, Ben. You'll see over the next couple of years, there's going to be a decent amount of movement within conferences. Teams moving to different conferences, etc. Uh, I think at the end of the day, it has to do with money. So yeah, it's interesting, but I can't really give you a reason why. I'm not entirely sure. As Villanova is leading Ohio State 39-28 at the half. After the break, I'll get you ready for the second half, which is now moments away from Pittsburgh. At halftime in Pittsburgh, an 11-point advantage for Villanova over Ohio State. The second half just around the corner. And yeah, Ben, that would definitely be a fairy tale story if Coach K finished out his career at Duke winning it all. We'll see. It's always difficult. You got to win 6 straight games to win it all. No easy task by any means. Villanova set the tone early. They haven't really looked back, but Ohio State trying to keep it within reach. The Buckeyes trailing by 11, but still a whole nother half to go. The final 20 minutes are next. Stay tuned. And welcome back. We are ready to start the second half between Ohio State and Villanova. A look at the first half stats. Villanova shot 52% from the field. Ohio State 39%. The Buckeyes 5 of 12 from three-point range. Villanova 4 of 10. Villanova did out-rebound Ohio State 19-11 and also had a notable a notable amount of points in the paint, more so than Ohio State. So here we go. The final 20 minutes about to get started. Thanks everyone for your company. March Madness is here and it has been a blast. Still 6 more second round matchups to come later today. And once we reach tonight, at about midnight Eastern time, the Sweet 16 will be set. There'll only be 16 teams remaining in the tournament. Still a lot to be decided before that in the next number of hours. So here we go. Both teams back on the floor and are ready for the second half. Villanova starts with the ball. We're underway in the final 20-minute stanza. Colin Gillespie in possession to get things started. Gillespie over to the right wing where he finds Slater. Back to Gillespie who fakes the three. Gillespie driving left side. Now looks to kick it out. Passed inside to Dixon. 5 to shoot. Dixon gets it to go. A friendly roll, and Villanova has the first points of the second half. 41-28, and the Wildcats seemingly picking up from where they left off. Here is E.J. Liddell. Liddell into the paint. Tough shot. Short, but a foul called on Brandon Slater. So E.J. Liddell will shoot a couple of free throws. About that last basket by Dixon. He shot it over the defender who was draped all over him, but still got it to go. First free throw, no good by Liddell, and those missed free throws could pile up more so than you think, especially with Ohio State trailing by 3. By the way, Slater checks out for Villanova. He has 3 fouls now, so 2 more and he's done. And we've only just started the second half. Second free throw converted. Villanova 24-0 all time in the NCAA tournament when leading by at least 10 points at halftime. Certainly something to keep in mind. Couple dribbles left. The three-pointer won't go for more. Offensive rebound by the Wildcats. Jermaine Samuels has it. He's defended by Liddell. Samuels in the paint and a blocking foul called. It's on the floor. So it'll be inbounded by Justin Moore. Screen set. Pulling up from the elbow is Daniels. Rebounded by Kyle Young. Young gets it ahead for Malachi Branham. Branham into the paint. Had it knocked loose. It's off his shin. Villanova basketball. Yeah, he actually kicked it out of bounds unintentionally, and that was forced by Jermaine Samuels, who had a swipe at it. Branham himself has turned it over 3 times now. Gillespie into the paint. Back to the basket. Kicks out to Dixon, and his 3 is good. Villanova has a 15-point lead. This is their largest yet. 9 points now for Eric Dixon. We've played 2 minutes of the second half. Here's a bounce pass to the corner. Deep 2. Good. A much-needed basket by Eugene Brown. This is Caleb Daniels. Daniels has it on the left wing. Now goes to Jermaine Samuels. Samuels to the post, spin move, and puts it in off the window. Nicely done by Jermaine Samuels. 46-31, and he has 11 points. The Franklin, Massachusetts native. Oh, that's a great rejection as Dixon swatted it away from Branham. Let's go back to that last Samuels bucket. Great deceptive move. Was facing away from the basket, faked the pass, and instead cut to the basket. Got by Liddell for the 2 points. Samuels just came out, so he'll take a rest for a moment. Diving for the loose ball is Dixon. It's stolen by Villanova. Now Gillespie leading the charge. Back to the basket, defended by Wheeler. Wheeler knocks it loose, and they both dive for it on the floor. No whistle, and Ohio State comes away with it. Pulling up and knocking it down is Branham from the right elbow. What a sequence that was. 46-33. Branham with 10 points. He's in double digits. Here's Caleb Daniels driving right side. Keeps the dribble going to the corner. Now back into the paint. Spin move and a foul called on his way up. This will go against Liddell, and 2 free throws coming up. $16-12 left in the game. And the first free throw converted. Daniels goes 2 for 2. It's a 15-point lead once again. By the way, E.J. Liddell now has 3 fouls. That is not good news for the Buckeyes. This is Branham. Branham to Zed Key. Eugene Brown will pass it off. Young's 3 no good, but a foul against Dixon. So it'll stay with Ohio State. But Villanova has come to play. It's a 15-point advantage for the Wildcats. They're 15-52 away from a Sweet 16 berth back after the break. And welcome back in, everybody. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Yeah, it's looking more and more plausible that Nova could end up strolling through this one. Yeah, I agree. All right, thanks for this FA Cup semi. So it's Chelsea versus Palace and City Liverpool. Wow. So City Liverpool were paired up. Wow. All right. Well, hey, I'll take Chelsea's odds to make the final. Although I guess you can't sleep on Palace. They have looked good in the FA Cup. All right, we're back underway. It's a 15-point game. Along the baseline, it's Branham. Branham defended tightly by Dixon. Couldn't put up the shot. Instead, passes up top. Branham will shoot, and it rattles in. The shot clock was against him, but he gets it to go. And a much-needed basket for Malachi Branham, who has 12 points for Ohio State. 4 players in double figures today for Villanova. Screen set by Dixon. Now it's Justin Moore who passes back to Dixon, handed off to Daniels. Daniels pulls up. That's short. Rebounded by Branham. Villanova wanted a travel called, but no whistle blown. Ethan Horvath played well today. Really, that's good to hear, John. That's good to hear. Yeah, I didn't watch the Liverpool Nottingham Forest game, but that's good to hear. Yeah. Horvath, from what I've heard, is now the starter, right, for Forest. I know he was filling in for the suspended goalkeeper, but he impressed the coach enough that now he's the permanent starter. That's what I heard, anyways. What's good, John? Glad to see you. Hope all is well, man. Should Ohio State press Nova and try something different? Yeah. I think we'll start to see some full court pressure from Ohio State. I mean, there's still 15 minutes left, so you got to be careful with too much pressure, because then Villanova are a quick enough team and a smart enough team that if they break that press, it could lead to some easy points in transition, as that three's no good. And it last touched Villanova, so it'll stay with Ohio State. Yeah, he took the starting job. I thought so. Yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. I'll never forget his performance in the Nations League final. Branham, tough shot. Good. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. 48-37 Villanova. And all of a sudden, Ohio State with some confidence. They're down by 11 with 14 minutes remaining in the game. Here is Slater on the left wing, over to Caleb Daniels. Now Justin Moore. No field goals in the last 3.5 minutes for the Wildcats. Moore, nice move. The underhand layup, no good. Oh man, he missed the bunny. And now the other way. Here's Wheeler. Young into the paint. Floater, good. Ohio State makes it a 9-point game, and a timeout called by Villanova. Yeah. Apparently so. He's very well thought of. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I do watch soccer, John. Yep. I'm a big soccer fan. 13:36 remaining in the game. It's Nova by 9. Back after this. And welcome back in. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who Greg Berhalter starts in the Mexico game on Thursday. I have a feeling he'll still end up going with Stefan, but I wouldn't mind if he went with Horvath. I mean, he's been playing more consistently lately, and he's the most informed keeper. So, and Turner's still injured, obviously. So, all right, back in action here. At least 2 10 seeds or higher have advanced to the Sweet 16 already, including the 15 seed St. Peter's, who beat Kentucky in the first round, Murray State in the second round yesterday. What a fairy tale story. They're only the third ever 15 seed to make it to the second weekend of the tournament. Yeah, we have had some great keepers. Yeah, Casey Keller, probably my favorite of the bunch. But yeah, Friedel was a good one. Tim Howard, of course. Yeah, Tim Howard's probably my favorite, actually. But Casey Keller's a good shout, too. Foul called here. Great hesitation by Gillespie to just get around Eugene Brown and ultimately draw the foul. He hit the deck hard. It appears to be all right. 2 free throws coming up for Gillespie here. He had 14 points in the first round against Delaware, already 12 today. Chance to equal his first round tally here at the line. First free throw is good. Second free throw knocked down, and it's a 11-point advantage for Villanova. Eugene Brown now has 3 fouls, so there are a number of Ohio State players who have 3 fouls and will need to be careful the rest of the way. This is Kyle Young. Young, couple of deceptive moves and puts it in. The layup good. It's back to a 9-point game. Here is Daniels. Daniels over to Gillespie. Gillespie driving baseline and the layup good. That was too easy for Colin Gillespie. His first made field goal since the 12:24 mark of the first half. Here's a pass inside. No good, but the follow-up is good. Zed Key did not give up after his own miss. Puts in the follow-up. 52-43. Those were Key's first points of the game. He also has 3 rebounds so far. This is Gillespie. Moves to his right off a screen. Guarded by Key. Left wing 3. Got it. That's a big one right there. From Justin Moore. Ohio State 5 of 14 from 3. Villanova 6 of 13. And a miscommunication there as Ohio State throws it away. The head coach, Chris Holtman, is furious about that decision. He thought it was deflected. They may take a look, but with 11:43 left in the game, it's Villanova up by 12. Yeah, Ohio State, yes, they've shown zone defense. Yeah, for the most part, actually, they've been playing some zone defense. A little bit of a mix, though. We'll see if they keep that up as this game progresses. Back after the timeout. Stay tuned. Welcome back in. It's Nova leading by a dozen. Um, yeah. Look at tonight's games. There are some good ones. Michigan State takes on Duke at 5:20 Eastern Time. Then at 6:10, it's Iowa State taking on Wisconsin. At 7:10, Notre Dame faces off with Texas Tech. And then at 7:45 approximately, it's Miami facing Auburn. So a great schedule later on tonight. Some exciting games on the docket. 11 and a half minutes to go. Meanwhile, here in this one, it's Villanova leading 55-43. Gillespie launches a three. That's short. Rebound collected by Liddell. Liddell picks up the dribble, finds Branham up top. And now Key going at it with Samuels, and that is a defensive foul against Jermaine Samuels. Yeah, that's a close call there. That's a close call, it has to be said. So still 20 on the shot clock, and looks like the slight delay here to restarting play is due to some water on the floor, or a slippery area, I'm not sure. But yeah, Ben, going back to what you said about Taco joining the Lakers, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he won't be cheered anymore. He's the rare exception. Well, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting as that shot is good by Branham. Sorry, Liddell. Liddell knocks it down. He has 15 points. It's 55-45. Ohio State just keeping it close enough where Villanova cannot be too comfortable. Here's a turnaround hook shot, in and out for Dixon. And now Ohio State with a chance to make it an 8 or 7 point game. Here's a deep three. Liddell can't hit. Ball is loose. Offensive rebound. And the cross-court pass tip, but Liddell gathers it. Key lost control, and it's off of Villanova. That was a wild possession right there. It'll stay with the Buckeyes. Yeah, 100%, Ben. Yeah, it is a stacked schedule and such a tough tournament to win, especially with the single elimination format. Unlike the NBA, where it's, a best of 7 series in each round, this is win or go home. You have to win 6 straight games, and if you lose one of them, that's it. Branham kicks it out, three-pointer, short, another offensive board. Keefe, no, he wasn't fouled. Offensive board again. Young can't finish, and now going down is Liddell, is Key, I should say, and he was eventually fouled. That was crazy. What, 3-4 offensive rebounds in a row there from Ohio State. And ultimately, Zed Key will head to the free throw line. And has a timeout been called, or will this be an official review? Looks like it's going to be a review. Yeah, an official review taking place. 55-45. Villanova in front with 10:03 to go in the second half. So about 3/4 through the game. And I'll be interested to see what exactly they're reviewing here. All right, that didn't take too long. I think they were looking at the elbow, but it stays as a common foul, it appears, and Key will shoot his 2 free throws. 55-45. Nova by 10. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I've enjoyed covering the NCAA tournament the last 3 days now. And look forward to continuing to cover the tournament next weekend. First free throw, no good. Yeah, Jermaine Samuels did take an elbow to the face from Key. So, but the referees ruled it was inadvertent after looking at the replay. Jermaine Samuels definitely will be shaken up after that. So, Key goes 1 for 2. It's now a 9-point game as Jamari Wheeler checks back in for Ohio State. Midway through the second half, Ohio State shooting 8 of 17 this half. They have 6 more offensive rebounds than Nova and 6 more second chance points as well. Here's a drive inside and the layup missed. A blown chance for Brandon Slater. And now a three-pointer the other way. Good! A swoosh from Malachi Branham. And the lead for Villanova is down to 6. 17 points for Branham, his third triple of the afternoon. And the Buckeyes had the momentum. Here's Colin Gillespie for the Wildcats. Gillespie blows by Young, but a block from behind. It'll stay with Nova. 13 on the shot clock. That Branham triple, just huge. And then moments ago, Young with a nice block on Gillespie. He recovered nicely. That was the second block of the game for Ohio State, as this will be thrown into the backcourt to Samuels. Someone sweeping the floor in the backcourt nearly got hit there. Here's Gillespie, finds the cutting Samuels, who lays it in for 2. 57-49. This game is becoming fast-paced all of a sudden. Samuels has 13 points, Gillespie 16. And how about the turnaround jumper? It's good. And Branham has 19 points to make it a 6-point game again. Meanwhile, Kyle Young of Ohio State is visibly shaken up. He is down for the Buckeyes. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, yeah, he took an elbow to the face. It was unintentional from Gillespie, but that does not feel good. I don't think Young saw Gillespie there, and my goodness. He got pegged. Yeah, it's game on indeed. The pressure is on. So Young will shake it off on the sideline. I think it was more just shock. And hopefully that's the case, as he takes some deep breaths on the sideline. The athletic trainer evaluates him. Oh, sorry, that scoreboard is not accurate now. 57-51 the score. This is Justin Moore for Nova. Moore bullying his way down low, and he was fouled. Ohio State. No, the other referee will overrule him. He calls a traveling violation. Wow, and that's what Ohio State were hoping for. One referee called a foul, the other called a travel. But in the end, a travel is the call. We've had one tie, no lead changes in this game. The largest lead was 15 for Nova. We've got a foul on the floor against the Wildcats. 8:31 left, a 6-point game. Ohio State is not going away. In fact, they're coming back as we speak. It will be Wheeler to inbound from the baseline. Wheeler finds E.J. Liddell. Liddell, tough shot, couldn't bank it in. Tried to use the glass. Villanova has the rebound. Eric Dixon hands it off to Caleb Daniels. Daniels backs up to the top of the key. Behind the back dribble into the low post, and foul called against Ohio State. 8:05 remaining. It will be more to inbound with still 20 remaining on the shot clock. Catch and shoot, corner three, no good by Gillespie. Rebounded by the Buckeyes. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler will set up the offense, and a foul called against Villanova. It's an off-the-ball foul. 7:56 left. It's not over yet, folks. Villanova once led by 15. That lead is down to 6. The Buckeyes putting up a good fight. They haven't led all game long. Will this come down to the wire? Stick around to find out. We are back in Pittsburgh at PPG Paints Arena. The winner will head to the Sweet 16 where Michigan awaits. And how about this little run from Ohio State? That's certainly making things interesting down the final stretch. It's only a 6-point ball game with 7:56 to play. Oh, really, Ben? All right, very good, very good. That's cool, man. So we resume play with Ohio State in possession, only down by 6. Here's a three, and it's banked in. A 3-point ball game. No, his foot was on the line. I beg your pardon. It goes down as a 2-point shot, but nonetheless, it's Ohio State who is storming back. There's been no lead changes. Villanova once led by 15. It's now a 4-point ball game. Dixon pump fake, now a 3-pointer, and it's good. Justin Moore responds for Villanova. Now a 7-point lead. 60-53. In possession is Branham. Branham gets it back from Liddell. Branham, tough shot, no good from the elbow. Villanova will slow things down. 7 minutes left. Moore, another 3-pointer. No, in and out, but a foul down low against Ohio State. This will go against Michi Johnson. Let's go back to that 2-point make by E.J. Liddell. Yeah, I suppose one of his toes was on the line. It was close. I thought it was a 3 in real time, but it was indeed a 2. What's good, Connor? Welcome in. Good to see you, Connor. Oh, really, Ben? All right. All right. Yeah. I'm sure the London owners like beating American-owned teams overseas. This is a 3-point attempt. That's no good. And Ohio State has the rebound. Branham finding Liddell. Liddell down in the post, puts up a contested shot and scores over Gillespie. 60-55. It's a 5-point ball game. Ohio State had 54 points in the opening round against Loyola Chicago. They've surpassed that mark with 55 here. 6 minutes remaining against Villanova. 17 points for E.J. Liddell. This is Caleb Daniels for Nova. Gets it to Dixon, who hands it off to Moore. Moore, wide open. No, it's short. Shot clock was down to 2, and here comes Ohio State. Branham, outside, three-pointer, good! Jamari Wheeler from downtown. It's a 2-point game in Pittsburgh. A 15-5 run for the Buckeyes in the last 5.5 minutes. And all the momentum's on their side now. This is Gillespie. He's defended by Zed Key. Gillespie blows by Key, denied at the rim. What a block by Liddell. Villanova keeps it alive. Open look. Gillespie can't hit. Rebound fought for. It's off of Ohio State. And this is getting tense. First the Liddell contested basket and then the Wheeler 3. And Ohio State only trails by 2. We've got a timeout on the floor. Ben says it's going to overtime. We'll see about that. 5:04 remaining. It's a 2-point ball game. All right, sorry guys, just had to go upstairs for a second as we're back underway. Nothing happened. We're in the possession out of the timeout. Gillespie down low and a foul called on the floor against Ohio State. .449 remaining. It'll be inbounded by Justin Moore on the baseline. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock due to the foul. That's right, Ben. Yeah. Basketball's a game of runs and momentum swings at the end of the day, and it's a great hesitation move by Jermaine Samuels, who puts it in, and Villanova reclaims a 2-possession lead. Points in the paint 26-20 in favor of the Wildcats. 62-58. Ohio State now looking to respond. Tough shot. In and out. Offensive rebound. Key is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, that was a nice move at the other end by Jermaine Samuels. Just waited for an extra half second, and that proved to be huge. Zed Key, just a 58.6% free throw shooter, and he misses the first. This is not the guy you want at the line if you're Ohio State. Second free throw now coming up. And it's knocked down, 62-59. 4:08 to play. Key will come out. On comes Eugene Brown. Four minutes to play. Colin Gillespie has it. Gillespie pulls up, knocks it down. Colin Gillespie, cool as you like. It's a 5-point lead for Villanova. He's got 18 points. Now at the other end, it's Branham. He gets it back to Liddell, and a foul called against Gillespie on the floor. 3:38 remaining. The final few minutes of this one are on the other side. It's 64-59. Villanova with the slim lead. It should be quite the ending. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back in. A quick game summary for you. Ohio State shooting 45% from the field, Villanova 46%. Ohio State, however, shooting 52% in the second half. Both teams 7 of 19 from three-point range. Ohio State notably just 6 of 10 at the line. And I believe during that media timeout, they were just double checking that Branham 2-point shot to make sure for certain that his toe is on the line, and it has been upheld as a 2-point basket, which could prove to be a big deal down the stretch here. EJ Liddell is now at the line. He's a 77% free throw shooter. It's 1-1, and he misses. Rebound collected by Dixon. That's a bad miss right there. Ohio State just barely over 50% at the line. Here's a 3-point attempt, short. Rebound by Ohio State. What's good, Mike? Welcome in. Yeah, I know. I've been keeping an eye on the game, and I saw that Ronald Araujo scored, which I can't believe. And I see what you're doing with Real Madrid's name there. Oh, that's a steal by Villanova. Yeah, I'm surprised. Barca's up by 2 at the half. I did not see that coming. All right, Ben, you ready for the ending? Here we go. That was the 6th steal of the game by Villanova. Under 3 minutes to go. Gillespie defended by Johnson. Good ball movement. Corner 3, Daniels. No. The rebound falls right into the hands of Zed Key. This is Branham with 2.5 to go. Branham for 3. Oh, it rolled in and out. No field goals in the last 3 minutes, 15 seconds for Ohio State, yet they're still only down by 5. Gillespie brings it up the floor for Nova. Gillespie passes to Dixon. Pump fake. Dixon out to Gillespie. Steps to his right for a 3. It's an air ball. A bad miss there for Colin Gillespie. And it's Wheeler the other way. Oh, an offensive foul. An offensive foul against Ohio State with 1:57 left. How about that? Oof. An illegal screen set by Key. And that's a big call right there. Brown, Johnson, Key all have 3 fouls for Ohio State. This is Gillespie in the right corner. Now finds the wide open Dixon. He hits the 3, and Villanova takes an 8-point lead. 67-59 with 90 seconds left, and a timeout called by the Buckeyes. That was a huge, big-time 3-pointer by Eric Dixon. The lead is 8 for Nova. They're 87 seconds away from a Sweet 16 spot. Back after the... All right, welcome back in, everybody. That Dixon 3 could be the dagger for Ohio State. We'll see. Still a decent amount of time left, but boy, was that big time from Eric Dixon. Extended the lead from 5 to 8 for Villanova. Villanova has 2 timeouts remaining. Ohio State with 1. Both teams in the bonus. 7 fouls against Ohio State, 8 against Villanova. The possession arrow does belong to Ohio State in case there's any tie-up in the final 87 seconds. All right, we're back underway. 4 Ohio State players with 3 fouls, 1 Villanova player with 4, 2 with 3, as this is a loose ball on the floor, and there is our tie-up. Jump ball, Gillespie and Liddell, both with their hands on it, and as mentioned, the possession arrow belongs to Ohio State, so it'll be Buckeyes basketball. Yeah, how about that, Mike? I mean, still a whole nother half to go, but it's looking good for Barcelona. No doubt about it. Yeah, this drought has really hurt them. No doubt, Ben. No doubt about it. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Ohio State. A minute 15 to go in the game. It's inbounded to Liddell. He gets it to Branham. Now Key. Key. Can't get the roll. Loose ball. It's off of the Buckeyes. Villanova basketball. Ohio State wants this to be reviewed, and it looks like it might be. Oh, that was so close for Key. It just rolled off the rim as he posted up Samuel. And ooh, that might be off of Samuel. Who did it last touch, Samuels or Liddell? That's the question here. A big-time decision, the official review taking place with 1:06 to go. Let's see. Based on the replays, did it graze the shorts of Liddell? I don't know. It's really difficult to tell. Remember, they have to have enough evidence to overturn the original ruling. This is close. Wow, that's as close as it gets. I don't know if it touched Liddell. Did the ball change trajectory? I'm not sure it did. This might be off of Samuels, but it's really close. Talk about a difficult call, even after looking at the replay multiple times. They're taking a long, hard look at it. Understandably so. This is a big decision right here. So as the review drags out, both teams taking advantage and treating it essentially as a timeout. Oof. It was overturned. There we go. The decision has been made, and I'm not surprised. It just was too hard to tell if it hit Liddell. So they say it's off of Samuels. It will be Ohio State basketball. And now let's see if the Buckeyes can capitalize. It's inbounded to Eugene Brown. Brown over to Branham. Branham driving and finishing. He finishes with a left hand, and that's a big-time basket. They only had 2 points in the last 3 minutes before that. Here's the pass inbounded to Samuels, who is fouled. That was a big-time collision there, and Samuels will head to the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 scenario for him. Wasn't the most comfortable of inbounds passes by Villanova. Jermaine Samuels, a 76% free throw shooter on the season. He's 0 for 1 today. Has 15 points. And he makes the first one. That's big time. Jermaine Samuels from my hometown of Franklin, Massachusetts. Which I think is pretty darn cool. None of you probably care, but all right, so he makes both 69-61. Here is Branham. Defended tightly by Slater. Fade away. Short. Rebound. Villanova. Daniels has it, and Brown has to foul. 48 seconds left, and Villanova on the verge of victory. They can feel it now. As Daniels will shoot 1-1 at the line. He's an 85.5% free throw shooter. He missed it. Rebound by Ohio State. This is Branham over to Liddell. Contested three, short. Rebound Villanova. Gillespie has it. And Ohio State forced to foul again. Branham does so. Gillespie will now shoot two as Villanova is in the bonus plus. Another goal for Barca. Wow. That's crazy. 3-0. My goodness. Ferran Torres scoring. Wow. Crazy, man. Oh, the first free throw drops in. And Gillespie will try to make it a 10-point game here on his second free throw. He does just that. 71-61 with 36 seconds remaining. Johnson, Liddell, Branham a three. No good. And it's off of Young. Villanova ball with 28 seconds to go. Oh, wow. They're going for the Hail Mary. And it's lost by... it's lost by more. I'm not sure that was the best option there. Only 0.9 seconds came off the clock, and that gives Ohio State the ball right back. The pass was just a bit too far ahead for Moore, who went flying by the cheerleaders and crashing into an advertising board. Ohio State will now put in some subs, and their season is going to come to a close here. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure, man. As Villanova strips it away for the steal, and they'll dribble down the clock, and that will do it. Moore will take us to the finish line. The horn sounds. It's all over. Villanova defeats Ohio State 71-61 in round two. And the Wildcats knock out the Buckeyes and set up a matchup against Michigan Thursday night in San Antonio, Texas. That should be a good one, folks. And Ohio State, I'll tell you what, they kept it close, made it interesting. But in the end, Villanova pulls through. Coming up next, it's Michigan State against Duke. That should also be a great one. But that will do it for my broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next weekend for more March Madness coverage. Until then, so long. I think my next broadcast will be Thursday for U.S.-Mexico in World Cup qualifying. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Villanova is on to the Sweet 16.